What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Of course, Katt Williams had a lot of negative things to say about Rickey Smiley and what happened on, I believe it was next Friday, the movie. And basically what he said was, Rickey Smiley wasn't a good actor, not a good comedian. He's only good in dresses. And for those of you who needed to hear what he said, let me play that here.
Rickey Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday after next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids.
Rickey Smiley did reply to that, and he did so in a very classy way. He wished Brother Katt Williams the best. He simply said, hey, he auditioned for another role. He didn't say anything disparaging. He didn't talk about Katt Williams' ability. He wasn't upset at all. However, he did break down crying on his radio show. And here is that clip. Then the whole internet went crazy. The internet was going crazy saying, hey, Katt Williams got him crying, all of that. You see, Katt got folks out here going crazy, this, that, and the other, right? Rickey Smiley did decide to respond to those allegations, okay? I would like to play his response and then we'll return.
How everybody doing? I hope everybody having a blessed day. Let me first of all start out by saying that, hey, Doc, good morning. That ain't nobody on this earth is gonna break me, right? I was raised by wonderful, awesome grandparents. Military, a grandfather that was in the military. But, and I know everything does not require a response, but, sometimes you can just come on and simply state the facts and that'll put things to rest. Now, let's address this right here. So I guess yesterday I had to address the bros. I'm about to do a live with my presiding bishop of Full Gospel, Bishop Joseph Walker, coming up. But let me address this video. And I'm going to show y'all how low down people are, what they're doing just to get clicks, clickbait with the caption. So there's a video, if you go back on my Facebook page and look at the entire video, right? Everybody know I start my morning show with a praise break. If you listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, you know our first 15 minutes is gospel music, right? So I decided that, let me just put it all into context. I decided that I was going to get away from Birmingham. Nothing is wrong with Birmingham. I just wanted to change atmosphere because I was having some anxiety as far as what I already been through, and the anxiety was making me feel like it was going to happen again with the same person, which is my son that passed. Like New Year's Eve, my anxiety was having me believe that something was finna happen to Brandon. That's hard for me to even say because that make me wanna, it feels so messed up with what that does to you mentally. So I came to another state and I was doing a praise break. And I wasn't even thinking. I played, if you go back and look at the video, I went back and played God is Good by Jonathan McReynolds, which is the only song that I kept in my head the minute I found out that my son had passed away. When I found out my son passed away, that song, I had to lean on that song and the words of that song just to make it from my apartment door to the elevator. And from the elevator to the car, from the car to the airport, to get on the plane, that song just rang in my head over and over and over and over. The only thing I could hear was, and may your bad days prove that God is good. I had to lean on that one phrase the entire time of the most critical crisis I ever had in my entire life. Never faced anything like this, never been through nothing like this. And may your bad days, which was a bad day, the worst day of my life, the song said, may your bad days prove that God is good. I needed a short song that wasn't long because we was running out of time. I think I played it for the second song and just wasn't thinking nothing of it. I played it. And when I played it, it deeply triggered me. Then I played the next song. By the time I got out of the next song, I had to remove myself from the morning show. I went to make coffee. I was on live, because usually I go live during the praise break. And I was standing there making coffee, and it just hit me. And I started crying, as if it wasn't about how I'm being treated by people that don't know me or how I'm being treated right now and made fun of and dogged out by some bros, which I'm about to do a live with Bishop Walker. We're gonna break that down because I know I'm not crazy, ain't nothing wrong with me. But I had a conversation with Bishop Joseph Walker today, and he broke some stuff down that really made sense, and it only confirmed some of my thoughts anyway. So I'm standing in front of the coffee machine crying, and people took that and said, and put on a caption that I was crying because of what was said about me. And I ain't never, not in my adult years, ever broke down and cried because somebody said something about me.
So brothers, I really want to discuss this. And let me just say this. I know I'm a little late on this, but again, Rickey Smiley lost his son. And the way he lost his son, it also matters. And I'm going to tell you this. I had, my father was on drugs for many years when I was young. And he didn't pass away, he's still living, but had he had passed away, it's something that would have been incredible, right? But now think about this. You're a very rich man. You're a successful man. And you can't get your son off of drugs. Everything, and think about Rickey Smiley. He's a comedian. He's big in the church. People listen to his morning show every day. My mama listened to Rickey Smiley, right? And when it comes to Rickey Smiley, he inspires people in the faith. But the people that you inspiring and changing lives, and your own son, you can't change his life. So when something like that, you always feel guilty, like, man, what more could I have done? I remember when Kim the Comic, young man that passed here in King Ghana Studios, he's been dead now for 2 years. And I was on my way back from California to Uganda when he passed away, and I broke down crying, man. I kept blaming myself, like, man, if I was there, maybe he wouldn't have went out that night. That would have been enough to save his life, and all of this. I just kept blaming myself, when the reality was, probably wasn't much I can do about that. So Rickey Smiley, as a father, is always going to feel that way. So that's the real reason why he's crying. It wasn't about the criticism of Katt Williams or anything like that. So I'm glad that he put that out there. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.